Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be making this corset dress inspired by Reformation. This is a specific dress. As usual, you're going to start with your bodice block. I have a video on how to make it. You can watch it, and there are also other mini ones on YouTube. So once you've traced out your back and your front, you want to come to focus on the darts first. So what I do first is go in 1/2 inch at the middle of the dart. Also, this dart, drop it up to this point so that it does not end the right ends here. I'm going to do the same for this dart, so 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Once you've done that, now you want to draw the cap. Since this dress has a cap at the bust, I don't know, maybe you've heard of bust radius. I've not made a corset that many times, but so now you'll get your bust radius. For me, so I'll just use this measurement from this point to this point. You can measure that. So the start of this second dart, this point, that's around 3 1/4 inches. So I'll mark 3 1/4 here. I'm going to increase my cap up to the side because my bust radius is a bit bigger than this. Personal preference. Also, when you come to the side seam, go in 1/4 inch on both for the back and the front. So 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. You can leave the waist and don't go in, but personally I'll go in. So now I have my capsies reaching the end. I'm also going to shape it the way I want to go, like this. You can go straight if you want, or you can make it have a sweetheart neckline. According to the design, there is a space here. The cap is not all the way here, so I'll just use this radius as a guide. You go straight and then curve it. And I'll also go down at the armhole. So I'll go down 1/2 inch for the front, 1/2 inch for the back. And I'll go down at the center back 2 inches. And then I'll join it. You can mark your balance points. That's the back, it's done. The only thing you need is seam allowance. So this is the front, we're also done with it. Now we're going to work on the cap rather. So this part is going to be a bit bulgy, so we're going to go in. I suggest you do a mock-up first so that you see how it looks like. That's what I did, so that I know that I need to contour here and here. So personally, I'll go in 1 inch, 1 inch. Just to be a curve so that there's no bulges. And now your cap is done. That's all. So I've cut out the patterns with seam allowance. This is the front, this is the back. So when you're cutting the center front, remember to cut it on fold. For the skirt part, personally I will not gather the bottom. I'll just leave it all as an A-line skirt. So for an A-line skirt, I have a video showing you how to make a straight skirt block, and then from there you get the A-line skirt block. The A-line skirt block. I also have a video on how to make an A-line skirt block from the skirt block, and this is it. But essentially what you do is you close the darts and open them up, and then it flares. That is it. I will link all those videos in the card above. Now cut out this as well. The center back you cut along with the center back seam allowance for the zip, and then the center front you cut it on fold. So this is the center front of the skirt, and this is the back. Oh, sorry. And I've cut two. Join the sides of the back to the sides of the front. The side there and the side there. So we shall join these parts and stitch them. Depending on how you want to finish your corset dress, you can use lining, in which case these pieces that we've cut for the top, you just cut double with either lining fabric or the same fabric, although I recommend using lining fabric. Or you can use bias binding to finish. Again, it depends on how you want to finish it. So I've stitched one cap already. Once you stitch it, you want to snip so that when you turn it can lie properly. To the side I want to go and stitch. First I have to pin it properly. And then go and stitch. Then after that, we will join the sides. We join the front to the back at the sides. I've now joined the top to the bottom, stitched the back. But I'm going to have a zip at the back. So I'm going to put the zip from somewhere here, maybe up to here. I've decided to use a bias binding here. As I said before, if you want to use lining, you can use lining. But I'm going to use a bias tape. But before the bias tape, I'm going to attach the straps. So I've cut straps 2 inches by 18 inches. And I've cut 4 of them. So just fold twice like that, and then fold again all the way through, and then I'll stitch. These are the ones I've already ironed, so I'm going to stitch like this and then join them to the dress. So I'll go like 2 inches from the sides where the strap will be. So and for the back, I'll use this back dart or back seam, and I'll go 2 inches from there now. Now start. We've had those blunt pins and they don't go in. So annoying. I'm going to use red, even if it doesn't match. So I've stitched the bias along with the straps. I also did not have a hidden zip, so I just used the normal zip. Now you just tie the straps here on top. And that is the dress.